Good evening. It's February the 13th, 6:45. This is the Business Committee meeting, 201 Lindenwood, boardroom. Number one, approval of monthly disbursements.
Good evening, Mr. Molina, Mr. Santos, members of the audience. We're bringing to you our monthly disbursements. This would be the disbursements for the month of January. We sent you the book, and I don't know if you have any questions right now on our disbursements.
Okay. Number two, approval of budget amendment.
This budget amendment, we're bringing to the board for its approval, for y'all's approval, to approve moving money from our fund balance, and we already set aside the money. The auditors last month presented our audited financial statements. This amount was already set aside for these purchases that we made in August for buses. You'll see there that it was over, I think 30 buses. 54 passenger buses, 371 passenger buses, and 1977 passenger buses. So this really helped our fleet. We were getting behind in our replacement schedule, but I think these buses were ordered in August, and I think they should be getting here soon. So this is to get the money out of fund balance and put it in the line item to pay for the buses.
That's good. Okay, number three, approval of properties and tax refunds for the month of January 2018.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Molina, Mr. Santos, members of the audience. We're bringing to you the tax refunds for the month of January 2018, and we have a couple of over payments. We have DCB LTD operations account for $1,316.04. We also have Charger Logistics USA Inc. For a total of $7,502.88. We have three for International Bank of Commerce, one for $926.19, the other one $3,784.77, and the last one for $4,219.22. All these accounts are being paid in full. There's no loss of revenue to the district. Thank you.
Number five, number four, approval of awards, bidding proposals, and qualifications.
Good evening, Mr. Molina. Administration has the following recommendations for your approval. RFP 076-2017 Learning Management System and Web Hosting Solution. The recommended vendor is Gabbard. The estimated amount for year one would be $178,012.50, and then $171,112.50 for years 2 through 6 if renewed with the vendor. RFP 075-2017 Raul Perales Middle School and Elias Herrera Middle School new band instruments and district-wide instrument replacement. To the vendors listed, the amount for section 1 for all vendors is about $1.2 million, and for section 2 it's about $4.7 million for a total of $5.9 million. RFP 086-2017 Drug and Alcohol Testing and Physical Examinations. Section 1, primary vendor, Vital Med Urgent Care, and this is for the physical examinations, and Laredo Examiners is a secondary vendor. Section 2, the random drug testing to Laredo Examiners is primary, Vital Med is a secondary. And Section 3, the drug testing program for our students to both Laredo Examiners and Vital Med Urgent Care. RFP 078-2017 Relocation of Portable Buildings to Orozco's. RFP 080-2017 Construction Supplies and Materials to Dr. Ike's Home Center. And then we have 2 renewals for your consideration. Thank you.
Number 5, approval of requests from board members in use of board member trustee discretionary funds for various project campuses
Mr. Molina, there are no additional requests other than the ones that are included in your packet.
Thank you. Okay, informational number one, financial division, monthly financial report.
Good evening again, Mr. Molina. This is our monthly financial report as of January 31st. Excuse me. There you'll see that we had a cash investment balance of over 308 million. There's a breakdown, 178 million for general fund, 31 million for debt service, and then our construction money, 7 million from the 2014 issue, 9 million from the 2015 issue, and 80 million from the 17 issue. 11% of our total portfolio are in demand accounts, and believe it or not, interest rates are starting to go up little by little. Those used to be 0 point something, but now it's 1.46%. And then our current full rate is 1.45. Our administrative cost ratio, we're within the allowed 11.05 right now. We're at 8.36%. The unaudited statements, we show that our actual revenue to date is 243.5 million, or 68.87% of our budget. And last year around this time, we were at 68.96, so we're on track. Our current year expenditures, 166.6 million of our budget, or 46.4%. And last year at this time, we're at 44.5%, so we feel like we're on track as well. Our tax office report, our collection rate was 85.99 at the end of January 31st, collecting over 167.8 million, compared to last year at 87.04, or 148 million. However, year to date, we had a collection, today is February 13th, we're at 93.51%, and then our delinquent collection rate was at 42.36%, or 2.9 million. And to date now we're at 44.12, and last year at this time we're at 42.15%. The purchasing section had all the bids and proposals awarded through January, and the grant report has all the grant activity going on, grants that we've submitted, reviewed, and helped other departments on submitting other grants. So I don't know if you have any questions regarding any. Thank you, Mr. Morning.
Okay, 2017 delinquent personal property turnover of the attorneys to process tax, warrants, and features.
Yes, Mr. Molina. We bring to you the delinquent personal property that we turned over in February to our delinquent tax firm of Alarcón and Sines. These are the personal property accounts that we turned over. It was $1,729,895.20. That's our delinquent personal property. Also includes the late rendition penalty of $119,868.08. We also include the delinquent mineral personal property, which is $457,838.79, for a total turning over to the attorneys. It's $2,307,602.07. And total accounts, 2,241 accounts. And I have Mr. Alberto Alarcón from the firm of Alarcón and Sines here with us tonight.
Thank you, and a lot of money.
Yes.
Go get it.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Budget update.
Just a quick budget update. So far, we've been working with Mike Garza, Planning Department, on the projected enrollments for next year. We're working with the campuses impacted by boundary changes, and HR is working on the staff that's going to be needed for the new campuses, so we're putting all that data together. We did have our staffing meeting with the elementary schools. We met with about 6 or 7 of them. And then later on this month, we're probably going to meet with the middle schools and high schools. And then our state values came in at the end of January, so we have one of the numbers to work with for right now. And then also we've been meeting with the appraisal district. We had a meeting with a firm that does the minerals, and no bad news there. They're saying that production is out there, the prices have been stable, so we won't see a decline in our mineral value. So I know that was a very, very key issue a couple of years ago. And then we also saw a presentation from the city, and they were showing us all the permits and properties where you see a lot of construction going on throughout our district. So later on, probably April, we'll get preliminary values from the appraisal district. So everything's coming together to put a budget together to present to the board.
We will probably meet with Lynn Moak
this week, to give us just preliminary, what he hears at the state level and all the good information. But I think, going back to what Ms. Benavides was saying, I think we're gonna be okay. It'll be a tight budget as usual, but we'll be able to find, funds to be able to cover all our needs. And again, hopefully, get our employees pay raise also. That's extremely important for our employees. They've done well. We look at the academics, we've done well. I think it's a tribute to instructional staff, campuses, and of course the teachers. But I think it takes the other part of the house, Ms. Benavides, Sunia, HR, and support services to be able to get and put everything together. So I think we're moving in the right direction.
Well, Mr. Mo never bring any good news, so I hope this is the year we hear, up to now, every time he comes up, I think, why don't you call me and just tell me you're gonna come all the way over here and give me bad news?
The only good news that he gave us, to be quite honest, we met with him 2 years ago. Didn't know, when we lost those 30 million, and it was Mr. Moak and his staff that said, hey, there is a clause, there is a law that you might be able to recover some monies, and really that was the best news that we ever got. I think
That'd be
that's
for a
what,
few years now,
it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
2
what got
years
us started, and at the end of the day, we're able to recoup through
I
staff
wanna
working
get to
with.
see him,
8
give us
million,
some good
8.2
news one
million.
of these days, so I'm waiting.
That was the good news that he gave us, but you're right, mostly it's bad news.
Well, the state always gives us bad news, but we're hopeful. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, welcome back. Hadn't seen you all for a while, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to see you all here in good spirits, and thank you for being here tonight.
There's no public comments, sir.
Thank you, and I know you like to stay around here, but it's better you go and enjoy the rest of the night. Good night.